You know him from General Hospital and Days of Our Lives, and now he has a band with his co-stars. It's Wally Kurth on the KJ Today Show. Oh, hey, Wally.
Hi, KJ. Good morning.
Oh, it's so great to be talking with you and to be talking with you about something so fun. Just kind of reset for everybody that's joined us here. Wally Kurth, who we love, and I will tell you personally from Days of Our Lives, calling in today to talk to us about the band that has come about because of Days of Our Lives. Tell us who's a part of this and how this happened, Wally.
Well, we call ourselves the Day Players Band, and right now we're all actors on Days of Our Lives. Eric Martsolf, Brandon Barash, Carson Boatman, and myself, Wally Kurth. And we got together probably a little over a year ago, and it came. Well, Eric has always been sort of hounding me about putting together a band with some actors on the show, and I've always sort of dissed him and said, like, no, I can't do it. I just have too much work. I don't have time. I work on 2 soaps as it is. I'm busy. And I tell you what, after the pandemic and the quarantine, like a lot of people sitting around our house by ourselves, I realized just how, and playing music by myself, I realized, you know what? Life is short, and I miss being out there in the world and playing my music. And so I need to take my guitar and get out of the garage and get out there and have some fun. And we got together about a year and a half ago and just put together a bunch of songs. We do a 90-minute show, and we do it at comedy clubs around the country, and we do it in the afternoons. One of the reasons why we call ourselves the Day Players, we always play during the day most of the time. We have a few evening performances, but it's mainly during the day. And we have a lot of fun, and the audiences have been really excited about it. And so we're going to keep doing it. We have 6 weekends that we're going to go out this year. And we start our 2024 tour in Florida this coming weekend in Dania and Orlando. So, yeah, it's just a hell of a lot of fun. And we're getting fired up to go out to start the tour this weekend.
Well, I promised our listener Jim, who is, I swear, he is the biggest Days of Our Lives fan, and this guy's been a part of. I've been in radio as long as you've been on Days of Our Lives, so like we go way back. And he was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the dates. They've got a date in Illinois and then a date in Michigan in April, and then they're off. Why are they not stopping in Indianapolis on their way? They're like 3 hours from us." So I said, you know
Yeah.
what? Let me ask if we can get a comedy club and we can get a campaign going. Wally, can we add a date? Who do I talk to? Who's your agent?
You talk to me. You got my number. I tell you what, I think that we got to do that. With that town, that city, I've been to Indianapolis a couple times.
Oh, no
Great
kidding.
city.
No
Oh
kidding.
yeah, I've been there for different events, and I agree. We need to get there. Because we've been Chicago, Detroit. We're so successful last year that we're going back this year, but we need to spread it out. We need to go to places we haven't been before. So we'll try to make that happen.
We would seriously love it. And I tell you, I'll be like, your number one fan here, getting people to go. I also, when we were looking at the dates, and I saw, a lot of the dates are in the afternoon. Honestly, Wally, like, doing what we do, and I'm like, let's go to a concert at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That sounds freaking fantastic. I still get to go to bed early. So thank you. I think it's brilliant. So let's talk about what are the roles, Wally? What's everybody do in the band? What's your role?
Okay, so there's 5 of us, 4 of the guys from the show, and I play the acoustic guitar, and we have another guy, a ringer, who plays the acoustic guitar. He's the lead guitar player. I'm the rhythm guitar player. And we have 2 cajones, which are basically boxes that sound like a drum. And and so Eric is playing the cajon. Brandon plays the harmonica and sings, but it's 4-part harmony. And and we just make just enough sound that you hear all of our voices. And again, we're in a comedy club, so there's lots of jokes and cracking during the songs. But we have songs from all over the decades. We start with Some Kind of Wonderful, Grand Funk Railroad, and then we go to the Beatles, Livin' La Vida Loca, where we sing Let It Go from Frozen, What Part Harmony. We're all over that. We're doing Bruno Mars, Grenade. I sing Superstition, Stevie Wonder, Superstition. We do a medley of Faithfully and Faith. I mean, we're covering Frank Sinatra's That's Life this weekend. That's a new one for us. We're doing a Hootie and the Blowfish medley. That's new this year because of the 30th anniversary of their first album. We do Garth Brooks, John Denver. Yeah, we're all over the place. I got an original song that I wrote called Make Believe. It's about being an actor on a TV. So we have one original. Anyway, we have a 90-minute show. Like I said, it's a hell of a lot of fun. And you want to get a VIP ticket, you can come afterwards, and we do a Q&A afterwards, and we take a picture. Everyone gets a picture with the band. So great opportunity.
Love this. This sounds like so much fun. And the more you talk about it, the more I'm like, Wally, you have to come to Indianapolis. We need this here.
Well, if anybody wants to, if any of your listeners want to take a weekend trip, just go to thedayplayersband.com, and it's a list of all of our tour dates throughout the year. And if you want to, if they want to go for a weekend and find us someplace, and we're going to be in Chicago and Detroit in April. We're going to be in New York in June, on the East Coast in September. And I think we're planning an October event. I can't remember where we're going there. We might be going in the South again, back over there on the East Coast. But anyway, I will definitely throw in Indianapolis and try to maybe we can put Indianapolis in this October.
Well, if not, I mean, we do travel. Actually at one point, before Comic Cons were so big, I don't know if you've done any of those, but there was a point where Indianapolis didn't have one. And I would do bus trips where I would take, 2 buses of fans to Chicago just so that we could go to a con. So, we were already talking about like, well, if we can't get the day players here, then maybe we need to do a bus trip, because Chicago and Detroit are super easy trips for us. So we're making plans, Wally. You've already got you've got fans here who are ready to roll. If Indianapolis doesn't work out, we'll come to you. Okay.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love hearing that. Yeah, I think Chicago's already sold out, so you better make it Detroit.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How fun to, sort of take this idea. And I know how hard you work. I've always wondered, like, especially when you're doing both General Hospital and Days, because the life of an actor on a soap is incredible. How are you fitting this tour into your schedule right now?
Well, we only go out on the weekends. We only do one long 4-day weekend a year. So, like I said, we will fly in like this Friday. I will take Friday off. We'll fly into Florida. We're actually having a Friday night dinner in Pompano Beach, I believe, for fans. And then Saturday morning we get up, we do the afternoon show, and then we'll leave probably around 5:30 and drive to Orlando, which is a 3-hour drive. And then we'll get up and do an afternoon show on Sunday, and then we fly back to LA on Sunday night. And we'll be working on Monday. Now, I don't work every single day, so it's not like, my schedule isn't 5 days a week like most people. So I'm lucky in that regard. And so I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I have, like my dad used to say, Wally, it's one of the better paying part-time jobs in America, don't you think? And I said, yeah, you're right. Because I don't work every day. I don't even work every day on either show. So I'm pretty lucky. I have enough time to practice my songs, and especially for me, I have to play all the songs on my guitar, and I've actually become a much better guitar player, through this experience. So I've enjoyed that part.
So when you go back to, when you started and what you imagined your career being, was it more on the music side, or was it acting, or were you always hoping to be able to do all of it like you are now?
Yeah, I'll tell you, honestly, I always wanted to do all of it. I wanted, And people used to like, well, you can't do both. But my first experience was, I grew up in Billings, Montana, and I played the Artful Dodger in Oliver when I was 11 years old. So, and my first professional experience was the National Touring Company of Pirates of Penzance. And I was the last Pirate King on Broadway in the Joe Papp production. So I always wanted to sing and act. They were both equally important to me. So the fact that I've been able to do soaps for the last 37 years, I started on Days of Our Lives 37 years ago in 1987. And I was playing guitar and singing songs on that show. And then I went over to General Hospital, and I had a whole storyline where I had an alter ego who was a rock star. And my real life band played on the show. We played over 40 times on that show. So it's really, I'm living my dreams, and I've been able to like do music on television. And now, of course, I'm doing it in the clubs. But so music has always been very important, but acting really is a passion of mine. I love it. I love getting a new script every day. And I love the fact that at this age, they still send me scripts and they want me around on both shows. Even they want me around. And so I feel very blessed, and I work really hard to make it look easy. And that's my secret. I work really, really hard to make it look really, really easy.
Well, Wally, it's been a joy to talk with you this morning. And again, you can go to the website, follow the day players, and see as they add more dates. Or like I said, maybe we're gonna pop up. I guess we'll have to get on it if we want to see you in Detroit, because they're selling quickly. We'll keep an eye on the website, and look forward to talking with you again soon, Wally. Thanks so much.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. Lovely talking to you.
Thanks for joining us for another celebrity interview. Of course, the KJ Today Show isn't just about talking to celebs. It's about hanging out with you. Join us live on Wednesday nights for pop culture, people to know, and pets. The KJ Today Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch live Wednesday nights at 7.